Hi everyone, Sarah Jane here today, and I've got a new scrapbook process video for you for Bramble Fox. So to start my layout, I've got a plain sheet of white cardstock. This is a sheet of Vicki Boutin Foundation's paper. Now this paper is thicker than normal, and it does take quite a bit of water because I'm going to do a little bit of mixed media today, and I'm going to use some Lindys magical powders. So I'm using two colours. The first one I've put down there is orange cream, and then I'm also adding some raspberry lemonade, which is a lovely vibrant pink colour. And I'm just adding a little bit of water. My pot of water is just off screen there, and that will basically activate the pigment in these beautiful powders. And then because it's foundations paper, it just allows me time to move the colour around and dab it up, as you can see me just doing there, if there's a little bit too much water. Now the more water you add, the lighter these will go, and the more of the powder that you add, the more vibrant the colour will be. So I'm just moving the cardstock around, and I'm just using my paintbrush and some kitchen roll just to get the effect I want. So that's the section at the top that's just going to peek out the strip of paper that you'll see in a moment. And now I'm just working on the same section at the bottom, just using the same technique, adding a little bit of the powder to the cardstock, then adding some water using my paintbrush and just moving the colour around until I get the effect that I want. So you can see there, as I'm moving the cardstock, you can see the colours blending together to give a really beautiful effect. I'm just mopping it up with a little bit of kitchen roll. And now I'm just going to add a few splatters over the top of that as well. And I will put this to one side to dry whilst I work on the rest of the layout. Okay, so the mixed media is dry, and I have matted the two photographs onto some white cardstock. And now it's time to start putting the layout together. So the orange strip of paper across the middle there is called Sweet Tooth, and that's from the Vicki Boutin Sweet Rush collection. And I'm also going to create a border using another sheet of paper from the same collection, and that paper is called Sugar Coated. It's that really bright piece that you can see there on my trimmer. So I'm just going to gut the centre of this, so taking out the middle part of the paper, and I can use that for something else. I've trimmed the white cardstock. I think I took about 1 centimetre off each edge so that I'll have a border. Okay, so my border is complete, and I'm bringing back in the photographs and the patterned paper. So I'm going to cut some flowers from one of the pattern papers. This is from the Perfect Day paper, and I'm just arranging them on my page along with the Live Out Loud perspective, which is from the June Fox box. Now I want a roughly diagonal design going from the top left of the paper down towards the bottom right hand side of the paper. And I'm also using some of the brand new tabs and book plates that are in the Bramble Fox shop. And I'm just cutting out a little piece of patterned paper, a little piece of the pink that's going to sit behind the book plate so that it has a backing, and I'm going to add a sticker to that later on. So just tell you a little bit more about the book plates and the tabs. They do come in 3 different colours, or 3 packs. One has the pink and orange in that I'm using today. There's another pack that has turquoise and green, and there's also a black and white set. And I really like these. They're really good for highlighting words, or you could add your handwritten journaling to them, or you could add a date. I think they're really useful. So I'm just adding one of the tabs to the page, and I'm using glossy accents. Sorry about my head there. So I'm just tucking that one in the top. And now I'm adding the Live Out Loud perspective as well. That's going to sit down the right hand side. Now the photographs that I'm scrapbooking today are my daughter and some of her friends, and they were on a night out, and it was a crazy shirts night. So they're really wearing really bright patterned shirts. So by turning the photograph black and white, it meant that I didn't have to worry about matching the colours to the shirts that they were wearing. So I've added a few foam pads. I've got foam pads underneath the flowers, and I've also gently lifted up the leaves and the petals just to give lots of dimension to the page. So I'm just adding a few more stickers from the chipboard pack, some little hearts, just scattering those around the page, and then in a minute I'm going to cut out some little tiny flowers, and I'm also going to scatter those around the page as well, just to add some extra interest. So my layout's nearly finished now. Off camera I do add some handwritten journaling, and I also decided that it needed some white paint splatters as well. So you'll be able to see that in the close-ups that will be coming at the end of the video. I've put some links underneath the video so you can have a look at the June Fox box in the Bramble Fox shop, and also those book plates and tabs that I've used as well. I'll pop a link for those. Thank you so much for watching. There's some close-ups coming up now so you can see everything in close-up detail.